So it's now less than 8 weeks until the Swim England Masters National Swimming Championships, and have got quite a busy week this week. I've got a wedding on Thursday, which is going to make training, or getting the training that I want to done, a little bit tricky. So going to have to be a little bit creative and flexible around that. But after having just got back from holiday, very much looking forward to getting back into the swing of things again, feeling energetic, feeling refreshed, both physically and mentally after having that break. And so now just looking forward to the final countdown. 4 weeks of hard training, and then we're going to be starting the taper. So yeah, very much looking forward to making as much progress as I can in these final 4 weeks. Today is Sunday and I have a swim training session planned. It's the final session of the half week before I went on holiday. I sort of split the week in half as we flew Friday to Friday, and therefore have got the remainder weekend training of that week before starting afresh into a new week tomorrow. So going to be a sprint set, looking forward to it. Always enjoy a good sprint set. Yesterday was back in the gym, first training session for the first time, and yeah, it felt difficult. It felt difficult after a week off, largely because I hadn't done any strength work at all, barely any training. I got in the small pool for a few laps just to keep things ticking over with the feel for the water, but beyond that, not a lot else. And so yeah, just felt a bit weird, felt a little bit tired yesterday, but as I'm sure as I get back into the swing of things again, it's just going to start feeling more and more normal. So fingers crossed the strength comes back, the feeling of strongness comes back. I know that whilst I probably haven't lost any strength over that 1 week period, it's just getting my muscles used to lifting heavy, just being in the gym and lifting weights again once more. So fingers crossed, not too much to deal with there. And waking up to my typical breakfast, so there's skyr yogurt, about half a pot in there, 75 grams of blueberries, 75 grams of strawberries, and 20 grams of ground almond nuts thrown in as well to make a nice, healthy, balanced and delicious breakfast that I enjoy eating every morning. And here is today's set. So nice 400 meter warm up, followed by some skill and kick work, and at the end just getting me in the mood to sprint. Then main set is 6 lots of 50 meters, so 12 lots of 50 meters in total, going max for various distances, so starting at 15 and building all the way up to 50. So this is on 3 minutes, so got nice long amount of rest. Round 1 is with no kit, and round 2 is with fins and paddles. Then we've got some hypoxic breath work, doing 650s, 3 of which are with 1 breath only, and then the evens are easy, and then some easy kick to finish off the set. So first swim training session after being back from holiday done, and to be honest, I surprised myself because despite weighing a couple of kilograms heavier than before I went out on holiday, and despite a rusty first 25 meters sprint where I only just about clipped the 13, where normally it's a lot more obvious that I've gone a 13 as opposed to 14. On my first 50 meters sprint without any kit on, I went a 32nd from a push, which I've never done before. And similarly, when I then did another 50 sprint with fins and paddles on, I went a high 27 just before it clicked over onto 28 again, which I haven't done before. And one thing that annoys me is that I'm finding excuses in my brain as to why these don't count as evidence towards the fact that I'm getting faster. I keep thinking maybe it's a fast pool and, you know, therefore it's not comparable to the most recent pool that I've been training in. Similarly, perhaps I went a second early or so, and therefore these times don't count, and that's not evidence towards it. And I absolutely hate it. I hate that my mind does this, because in reality I should be saying, yes, these are victories,
these are steps towards me becoming a faster swimmer and evidence that I'm probably going to go faster this October than I ever have done before, at least in the 50 meters freestyle. But my brain doesn't work like that. It's telling me why this doesn't count. Perhaps it's trying to protect myself if I don't go faster at Masters Nationals, as to why that was the case. However, I would much prefer it if my brain was a lot more positive on the matter and just took this as evidence. Yes, you're on the right track, you're doing well, you're going to smash it come October. Let's just keep going as we have been doing for the rest of the year. Tucker down for these final 2 months and, you know, let's absolutely enjoy Masters Nationals and absolutely smash it. So a bit frustrated the way that my psychology works and why my brain just isn't more positive for some pretty decent results. And who cares if I went a second faster or sorry, if I went a second too early? They still equal the fastest that I've ever gone in training from a push in both cases, and you know, therefore shows that I'm still there or thereabouts. I haven't lost any speed whilst I've been away over on holiday, and therefore again just means need to get my head down, focused, keep going for these final 8 weeks, and you know, we'll absolutely smash it.
Monday morning and back in the pool again for a swim. Swim done and really feeling the DOMS this morning after Saturday's gym and Sunday's morning gym session. Feeling good to be getting back into it though. The weight seems to be dropping back off, the excess holiday weight, and yeah, just a good start to the week. Forgot to mention that my set today largely had an underwater focus, which was good for me because I'm feeling a little bit rusty on this side of things. This is one area where I feel as though I've deteriorated a little bit from last year. So just want to get that feel back of being able to be effective under the water. It's a key part of my races, a key part of my butterfly race, and especially the lower distances. So really keen to get the feel for that back, build up some leg strength back up, and yeah, be able to have a nice complete race where all aspects of it are nice and powerful to give me the best chance of swimming personal bests. So completely forgot yesterday to give any details of my gym session, so we'll just skip over that for now. But today, Wednesday morning, forgetting the days of the week, another swim session down at my parents' local pool because that's where we're staying as a bit of the base for this wedding tomorrow. Decent set, sprint set, but an aerobic sprint set. Yeah, hard work because of trying to lose this excess weight from holiday. Incredibly difficult and not quite getting up to the speeds that I want to, but a very good workout nonetheless. And finally, a Thursday morning gym to finish off the week. On Fridays, I typically like to have the day off because I traditionally do 2 training sessions, a gym in the morning and my East Leeds swim training in the evening, which goes on quite late, which means I like to lie in on a Friday, and because I've done a swim training the night before, I just take that as carrying over into the next day. But yeah, onto a training session in the gym.
That is it for today's video, and if you've enjoyed it, please give it a like. Remember to follow and subscribe for more swimming content, and to swim faster on limited training time, head on over to westcough.com. Otherwise, see you in the next video.